People keep asking me for more two-story homes from Tri Pointe. Here's why. In this video, I'm walking you through one of the most open concept homes that you can build in Liberty Hill, Texas. Now, this is the Linden plan. It's built by Tri Pointe Homes, and this home has 5 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, is right around 2,900 square feet, and has tall ceilings everywhere. Now, I'm going to show you those tall ceilings right here, and we're going to go out to the main living area and go room by room because I want you to experience this plan virtually to show you what's possible in this community called Lariat. Now, there's so much that we're going to cover in this video. I'm going to show you another open concept plan with Tri Pointe that's for sale later on in the video. Also, I'm going to talk about the most popular plan offered right now by Tri Pointe that my client just contracted on a week ago in this community. But I have to go back to ceiling height. Remember how I said it was everywhere in this plan? Well, it was there in the dining room, which we saw previously, and we have tall ceilings right here in the living room. And this is why I'm getting so many of my clients reaching out to me saying we need to see more plans with Tri Pointe. And by the way, my name is Raj Sahu. I'm a realtor in Austin, Texas, and I've represented clients with 20 different builders. So I'm going to give you my unbiased perspective throughout this video and show you what buyers say about these types of floor plans. What buyers tell me about this kitchen is that pendant light is epic. The waterfall countertops are incredible. Take a look at the veins that are running through this. I've actually had 3 clients close on homes this year that did waterfall countertops. It usually does come with quite the expense, but it just adds that elegant touch that I think so many people are looking for in their kitchen. Speaking of elegant, take a look at this kitchen backsplash above this 5-burner gas stovetop that follows this stainless steel vent hood all the way up to the ceiling. I don't know what that design pattern's called. If anybody knows it, drop it in the comments. By the way, this is why I do so many videos, because even if I don't know the name of something, I can show a designer a video of a home that had a cool backsplash, and then if my client likes it, we can usually just match it up with what that builder has. Now, we do have an apron sink, and I want to go back up to these pendant lights. Let me know in the comments what you think about these pendant lights. I feel like it grabs so much attention in this kitchen, but I think it also plays off of the design touches that are here. Like you have the dark cabinets with the light countertops, the light backsplash. There's this white and black look, and I think the pendant lights tie in all those great colors in this kitchen. But let me know what you think. Moving on, we are in the pantry right off of the kitchen, and stick with me here. I'm telling you that kitchen island looking out to the back wall with all those windows and the sliding glass doors, it looks so good in this model home. But I'm telling you, if you like different lots that back up to greenery, that back up to views, that exists here in this community called Lariat. So I want you to memorize what that looks like out to the main living room through those sliding glass doors, because I'm going to show you a lot later on in the video that has an incredible view, incredible backdrop. Now, while I show you another angle of these tall ceilings that opens up to the game room upstairs, I want to mention those sliding glass doors that you see on the back wall in this living room. That is what we consider a structural upgrade. Now, when you're building these plans from scratch with any builder, usually the structural upgrades have to be chosen before you contract out the home. So that means when you're building out this home, instead of picking out all your design upgrades like cabinets and flooring and countertops and tile, you do that later, but up front you pick structural upgrades, and that would be one of those structural upgrades, that sliding glass door. And I'm going to cover some of the structural upgrades that are upstairs that you may not even see in this model home that are currently offered. Now, before we get there, I want to cover the primary bedroom and bathroom. I love this white and black look that they keep doing with the bed frame to the dark beams running across the ceiling, even the dark curtain rod. These are all done by great designs. I think so many people walk through these homes and they say, oh, that's just the model home. And I always tell them, well, you can copy some of these things that you see here. Don't get me wrong, some of the upgrades are definitely above average, or I should say most of the upgrades are, but you can certainly take the design features that are in here, or the idea or the pattern, and just use it in your own way. Now, I think that great design continues here in the primary bathroom. I love that cabinet look with the white countertops. That's such a great contrast. And then we're gonna circle back to that shower that has a frameless glass shower with tile running all the way up to the ceiling. But my videographer knows what I want to see. We got to show the commode because if I don't, I get so many people that get angry. They're like, hey, where was the commode in the primary bathroom? You never showed it. And so for all those people that get angry, there you go. That was the commode. Here's another look at this double vanity. I like the frame around the mirror. And by the way, I've had people do this with the builder. Sometimes it comes with quite the expense. It just depends on the builder. But I also have a company that once you just take measurements, they have a frame that you can buy and it just attaches into the outside of the mirror. It's actually a pretty inexpensive way of getting a frame on a mirror. So if you want that contact, reach out to me. My number's in the description of this video. And if you want a good look at a very cool tile in the primary bathroom, I love this look. I actually just got a video done for one of my clients who closed on their home a few days ago, and they have a similar tile like that for their kitchen backsplash. I think it provided a very cool element just because as you walk along that backsplash, the light captures or flickers off of that tile in different ways and just provides this pretty cool elegant touch in the kitchen or like you saw here in the primary bathroom. Moving on, we are in the primary closet and there still is so much to see here. We are gonna head outside after this. We have that dining room that I want to get you a better visual that is right up against this spiral staircase. And in this home, we actually have 2 bedrooms downstairs, which I'm going to talk about later of why that is so important. But first, you have to see this outdoor patio because the lots that are here in this beautiful community called Lariat are unbelievable. And that's why I love coming out to this community and also touring model homes like this one that are open concept, tall ceilings, design upgrades everywhere. And it just gives you that perspective of what it's like to build your dream home. Now, let me give you that perspective by getting you to imagine this. You walk out to your back patio, you have sliding glass doors that open up from the center. On the right side, you got this outdoor kitchen. On the left side, you got this big backyard. In front of us is this beautiful view backing up to greenery with a pool or whatever you want to do here in your backyard. You have tall ceilings in this patio to just give you that added touch on your backyard. But one more time, take a look at this view and then imagine building this plan right here. Now you're seeing the Linden plan with Tri Pointe Homes. Is a fantastic plan, but what I love showcasing are the lots that are here in Lariat because some lots have a backdrop like this. So just imagine all those windows on the back wall looking out to an amazing view, and that's what's possible here in the community of Lariat. Back to the video. Now, I love touring lots for that exact reason. I've had so many of my clients, 100+ clients, that have built from scratch, and all they're seeing is just a piece of dirt. And sometimes it's difficult to imagine what it's like to build some of these plans on that piece of dirt. And that's where I love taking my drone up in the air. I love doing these videos because I want to give you the perspective of what it's like to build a home here right in the middle of Texas. And we are in the Austin metro area. We're in a suburb called Liberty Hill, Texas. I'll talk more about what's happening in this area later on in the video, but I want to get back into the plan because take a look at this dining room. So many of my buyers actually tell me, we don't eat as much at a dining table, but if we had a house, we probably would do it more often, especially when we have friends or family over. We want to enjoy that time, but we don't want it to be in a separate room. We want it to feel open to the rest of the home. And I think Tri Pointe did such a great job tying in that dining room into the rest of this home where it still feels open to this entrance, to the kitchen, to the living room, but it's its own unique space. And sometimes that's a tough combination to have. Privacy, but still open to the rest of the home. I think they did it really well there. Let me know what you think about that. Now on this side, we have a mud bench, and that's because the door to the left of us would be opened up to a 2-car garage. Now, this being a model home, couldn't actually get in there, but not much to see, it's just a 2-car garage. And then on this side, we have the utility room where they did a cabinet build out above the washer and dryer. Of course, they put a tile backsplash in here, and this is what I'm talking about with the upgrades sometimes that we see in model homes. Don't get me wrong, they're beautiful, and Tri Pointe's just trying to show you what's possible with some of their plans. With that being said, if you want to see an inventory home and what prices look like, I will show you that later on in the video. I'll show you at the time I'm recording this video what that looks like. Now, underneath the stairwell, we do have this closet. I said that as if it was a question because I don't know. I saw the dog bed with the dog bowls and it kind of threw me off. But yeah, it's just a closet underneath the stairwell. Of course, you could use this for your dog bed. For me, the dog that I grew up with, he would be real upset if his dog bed was in here away from us. But let me know what you think about that. For all my dog people, chime in on the comments. I want to hear from you. How are you feeling when you see that? Now, like I mentioned, on the first floor, we have 2 bedrooms downstairs, and we have a full bathroom right off of this second bedroom down. Now, I think this is so important to have, especially on these open concept 2-story plans that feel like great forever homes, a home that you can grow into over time. And for homes like that, I think it's great to have this second bedroom and bathroom down, simply because so many people tell me they have parents or somebody elderly, grandparents staying with them that they don't want going up and down the steps, and they want them to have a place that they can stay, you know, a bedroom downstairs, as well as a walk-in shower that they don't have to go back and forth in and out of a bathtub to get into. And for some of my buyers that, you know, necessarily don't have parents or somebody elderly staying with them from time to time, or they have no plans for that in the future, I tell them for resale, I think this is great to have. And I think for Tri Pointe, they've now adjusted a lot of their plans. I shouldn't say now, it happened probably a few years ago when they started to hear from so many buyers that needed the second bedroom down, and they started to include a lot of these open concept plans that still have all the rooms that buyers want in their home. Now, there is one room that one of my buyers really needed to have in their home, and that's why they contracted on another plan with Tri Pointe. And again, later on in the video, I'll detail that plan, and I'll even link it up somewhere in this video. Now, if you're also looking for pricing, I'm going to show you a home that's for sale around this square footage in this community at the time I'm recording this video. So I'll show you that in a few minutes, and that will give you a ballpark on pricing, because I'll tell you right now, builders in some communities are negotiable, and you may not know what that pricing looks like. When you're building from scratch, you may not know all the upgrades, and even if you do, you may not know if there's any incentives that you can get towards those upgrades. But I do. I'm constantly negotiating with these builders. I think I've done about 7 contracts in the last 6 weeks. So I'm negotiating every single week with different builders. And I can tell you some builders that are very aggressive, some builders are not. And then sometimes this shifts from one quarter to the next, or within one community or the other. I can give you so many examples of what that looks like. But I want to get back into the plan, and maybe I'll detail that if we have time later on. Now, so many buyers tell me they love a loft/game room like this because it's still open to the rest of the home. I get a lot of buyers that tell me they have young kids and they have their kids go upstairs. They still want to be within earshot and kind of know what's going on, and I think this is a great plan for that. Now, if you prefer to have more square footage up here or something in addition to a game room like a media room, Tri Pointe, at the time I'm recording this video, they are offering a media room upgrade, but it would cut out the open to below in the dining area. So if you're okay with that dining area just being a kind of a ceiling there wouldn't be open to below, which I'm going to show you here in a second. There is a media room upgrade that would of course add square footage to this plan and then push the square footage over 3,000 square feet. Now, stating the obvious, that is a tough compromise because that ceiling height in the dining room is epic. I love the design that they put on the accent wall in that dining room, where they put a wooden plank and a herringbone pattern going all the way up to the ceiling. I actually have a client that just closed that has open to the second story in the living room, in the dining room, as well as when you first walk in the home. And I'm going to post our video in the next week or two. So if you're not subscribed, feel free to do that, and then you'll be notified when that video comes up. And then also we have 2 bedrooms on this side with a full bathroom in between them. And while we go through these bedrooms, I want to detail a couple of things here. First off, we are in a community called Lariat, which is located in Liberty Hill, Texas. Lariat has so many amenities that are coming. This is a new community at the time I'm posting this video. So they're going to have an on-site school, event lawn, resort style pool, splash pad, community pavilion, playscapes, parks, open spaces. There's just so much stuff coming to this area, and there are 5 different builders currently building in Lariat. Now, I really like the forever homes that are coming here. Some of these communities that are so deep into Liberty Hill, I don't want them to turn into all low square footage plans, and then it becomes a rental heavy community. And there are numerous communities like that, and those communities don't do really well for resale. They're also not great for livability, where it's very transient. There's a lot of people in and out of the neighborhood constantly, and I think this is shaping up to be more of a forever home community. We are still very early. I can talk to you about the trajectory of so many communities because I'm following this on a weekly basis. I'm following schools, and for a lot of my clients that are in tech that reach out to me, a lot of them tell me that they really value having a study in the home. So if you felt like that study was missing here, rest assured there are great floor plans that have a study and 4 bedrooms and are open concept that you can build with Tri Pointe. One of those plans is what we call the Reimer plan. It's a model home that's actually right next door to this, and I will link it up in the description of this video. But before you go there, I'll just tell you that my client loved the idea of building that plan simply because it had all the rooms that they wanted, and it was so open concept with tall ceilings, and it had a good price point. Now, if you want to know what that price point looks like, I can't put it in a public facing video because prices do change over time, and I don't want to have somebody come back to me and say, hey, that price isn't accurate, take that video down. So if you want pricing of what these builders are doing in some areas where they're aggressive in one area, where they're expensive in another, reach out to me. My number's at the bottom of the description of this video. I can give you all of the info that's out there. I want to give you 2 examples. First example is I had a client that just closed in a new build community where the builder sold 42 homes last month. And this is spring of 2023. I mean, interest rates are still relatively high compared to where they were a couple years ago, and that's still causing some pain for some communities, but others are selling really well. I have another builder who just reached out to me saying that they would be willing to drop the price a very large 5-figure amount, which was surprising considering the past data that was there. But that area has a lot of inventory. The trend is, I think a lot of buyers are going to a different area that's close by to that, and builders are doing everything to get buyers out to that area. So these are the things that I'm getting so many phone calls on a weekly basis about. Is like, where is a good area to buy? What's the right timing? It really depends on your criteria. So if you want an in-depth discussion on your criteria and when you should buy, where you should be looking, I'm happy to have that with you. I'm doing that with buyers every single week that are reaching out to me through YouTube. And actually 98% of my real estate business comes from YouTube. So if you're watching this, you're in tech, you're looking at working from home, you want a good study, you want to know what the good communities are, you want to know the trends, reach out to me. Again, my number's at the bottom of the description of this video. Now, I do think Lariat is positioned really well within this fast-growing suburb called Liberty Hill. There is a lot of development that's coming close by. Liberty Hill ISD is building a lot of schools. And this is Texas, so things are still growing fast. These are plans that were already in place for the population growth that's here in Liberty Hill. Now, I did tell you that there was a home for sale at the time I'm recording this video. So if you want to understand what that pricing looks like, stick with me. I got it right here. Now, I want to hear from you in the comments. What did you think of the Linden plan that's behind me? And then if you needed help with navigating through the market, you want to understand which builders are good, which ones are bad, reach out to me. My number's at the bottom of the description of this video. Now, if you want to see an actual home for sale and many homes for sale at different price points, go ahead and click on the link at the top of the description of this video. And I'm going to post one of those videos right here. So that'll give you an idea of what a final price point looks like with a home built by Tri Pointe. As always, I hope this helps. Take care, everyone.